Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 8th Tiger Talk of the 45th International Film Festival, Rotterdam. We have just seen in the world premiere film Where I Grow Old by the Brazilian filmmaker Marília Rocha. But before I invite the filmmaker on the stage, I would like to invite, as we always do, 8 evenings, the director of the film festival, Belo, to tell us about his personal choice. Please welcome Belo. Hello, Belo.
Hi, Ludmila.
Welcome. So this is the 8th evening, the last evening. Wonderful film again. Please tell us about the...
Well, maybe we saved the best for last.
Sorry?
Maybe we saved the best for last. It's the last evening, rounding off the 8 Hivos Tiger Awards competitors.
Yes.
Festival's not over.
No.
But for the Tigers, the world premieres.
Yes.
And the one European premiere, that part's over. So I feel kind of melancholic.
Yes.
I feel kind of unrooted, searching for a new place to find my footing, which is in a way what the film is about also. It struck me as a work of a filmmaker who has been to the festival before,
Yes.
who has found 2 fantastic leading actresses. I don't think there were actresses before, but they are fantastic in their performance to meander us through a feeling of longing, of finding a new place, of being searching for a home in a way, as we all do. And it's beautiful, and it's steadfast, and it has intelligent tempo, I would say, which is rare, and which deserves a huge screen, and which deserves to be recognized as such. That's why it's in Tiger.
Thank you so much for joining us. I think it was a very successful last evening. People really loved the film. There was a very nice Q&A. So let's invite now the director. Thank you so much, and see you next year. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marília Rocha, the director of the film Where I Grow Old, that was just in the world premiere in Pate for tonight. Please welcome. As Belo just told us, Marília is a successful international recognized film director. She has made several shorts and videos, and she has been to Rotterdam with her 2 documentaries. This film for me is about many things that I would like to discuss with you, but in the first place I'm interested in to hear from you. When was the moment that you decided there is a material that interests you? There is this material about young people, immigration. When do you think I have now a material for fiction film and I don't want to make a documentary? You can speak Brazilian. We have a translator here with us.
Ok. Eu acho que, na verdade, essa questão, vou fazer uma ficção, nunca foi colocada dessa forma. Isso não foi uma questão a priori. Enfim, eu tive uma vontade de fazer um filme, uma motivação para um filme. E depois os meios e a abordagem, isso tudo veio depois.
Okay.
Difícil para ti ouvir.
Yeah. We have some problems with sound.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you shout also for me, please?
So it was never really a question of making a fiction movie or not. The form just came that way.
O importante para mim era o que me atraía, o que eu desejava filmar. E depois o método para fazer isso veio a seguir.
For me, it was important the kind of movie I wanted to make, and the way, the form I made it came afterwards.
E isso aconteceu. Bom, eu fiquei muitos anos entre o último filme e esse. Demorou muito tempo. E eu não sabia nem se eu faria um outro filme. era preciso ter um desejo muito grande. É preciso sempre ter um desejo muito grande para filmar.
So there were a few years in between the making of my previous movie and this movie, and I didn't even know if I would make another movie. It had to be a very big desire inside of myself to make another one.
Isso aconteceu, enfim, na verdade esses anos eu acho que são muito importantes. Esses anos entre um filme e outro, porque ali a gente se renova e se alimenta de outras referências e de vivências mesmo, né?
I think the years in between these movies were very difficult, but very important for me, because it's in these years that you find new inspiration, you feed yourself, and you have the material to make another movie.
E o que aconteceu, que iniciou a história desse filme particularmente, foi o encontro com a Francisca Manuel, que faz a personagem da Francisca no filme. E foi ali, a partir desse encontro, que foi surgindo toda a ideia para o filme.
Quem você encontrou? Foi qual atriz?
Foi a partir do encontro com a Francisca Manuel, que faz a personagem da Francisca.
So it actually was my meeting with the girl who plays Francisca in the movie. That was the beginning of this movie. That inspired me to make the movie.
Okay. The main character of Francisca was the inspiration. So for me personally, this film is about friendship. It's about immigration and emigration, about homesickness, dreaming about going back home, but also about the city of
Belo Horizonte.
Belo Horizonte. I would like to discuss with you all these elements of the films that I thought that are very interesting. For example, immigration, and also I thought it's a film about generations, in one or another way. If we talk about immigration, I think this film is very universal, because as we see also in Europe, nowadays generations are moving a lot. They can live wherever they choose. And I guess it must be very special also between Portugal and Brazil as two colonies that people are moving. Is it nowadays more? Is it a tendency that people are moving more between the countries, Portuguese people coming to Brazil?
Bom, no caso do Brasil e Portugal, isso sempre existiu, em épocas históricas diferentes, mas sempre muito mais fortemente brasileiros migrando para Portugal.
There's a long history of immigration between Brazil and Portugal, but mainly it was Brazilians coming to live in Portugal.
E muito recentemente, com a crise financeira em Portugal, pela primeira vez essa situação foi invertida. Mais portugueses passaram a ir para o Brasil do que o contrário.
So it was just recently, for the first time, this was turned around. So at the moment, there are actually more Portuguese people going to live in Brazil than the other way around.
E o que era muito particular desse momento é que a juventude portuguesa saiu massivamente do país.
Ajudou isso?
As pessoas jovens, uma geração muito jovem, enfim, jovem de classe média e muito bem informados, então era um outro perfil de imigração, saindo de Portugal.
So it's basically very young middle-class people who are leaving Portugal to live in Brazil. It's a completely different group of immigrants.
E o filme está inserido, claro, nesse contexto, mas não trata, bom, ao mesmo tempo vem dessas circunstâncias, mas fala de uma história muito particular.
So actually, this is kind of the background of the movie, but still we're talking about a very specific story here.
Of course, yes. So I would like to ask you about this very specific story. You said in the beginning you met Francisca, who inspired you. So what was the next step? How did you create the second character of Teresa, who is coming from Portugal?
So a personagem era completamente ficcional. Ela foi criada, eu não a conhecia, não conhecia ninguém que inspirava essa personagem antecipadamente.
So the characters are completely fictional. I didn't know anybody personally who was exactly like that.
E aí nós começamos a filmar, fazer um casting em Portugal e filmamos dezenas e dezenas de jovens que poderiam ter esse perfil à procura de alguém que correspondesse, que fizesse esse papel.
So then we started doing some screen tests with a lot of different people, a lot of different young people to find somebody who could play these parts.
E era incrível porque essas pessoas eram, enfim, todas queriam ir embora, de alguma forma. Muitas para o Brasil e outras... O desejo de partir era muito presente em todas as conversas.
So the incredible thing was that all of them wanted to leave somewhere. Some of them wanted to go to Brazil, but all of them wanted to go somewhere.
E isso foi, claro, foi aí que nós encontramos a Elizabeth Francisca, que fez a personagem da Teresa.
So this was the basic thing that we used for the figure of Teresa.
Enfim, nós encontramos ela, né? Foi aí que eu a conheci nesse processo.
That's how we met Teresa, doing these screenings.
Mas também foi essa pesquisa deu material para seguir com o roteiro. Então, na verdade, a realidade me fazia voltar para o roteiro e voltar para a história do filme, nutria o filme.
But it's also we use this material to make the script for the movie, and the material evolved into making the script for the movie.
So, if I may ask you also, okay, so then you found your two characters. How much creativity or how much did you work with these leading actresses? It looks like their role and their acting is very natural, like they are almost playing themselves. I know they are fictional characters. It means they feel very well in these roles. I am interested in your cooperation with them.
Bom, já se disse que 90% do papel do diretor é casting, não é?
O que quem fez 90%
Hitchcock dizia isso, 90% de 90% of direction is casting.
Oh, casting. Yeah.
Casting is,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
casting,
yes,
yeah.
the famous,
yes,
yeah,
the
and I
famous,
agree.
yes. Of
Sim,
course, casting the most important.
eu acho que isso foi fundamental, foi encontrar as pessoas certas e, claro, eu acho que elas são muito talentosas e são atrizes, apesar de não terem feito isso, têm todo o talento de atrizes.
Well, I am asking because I read. Yeah, sorry.
So I think this was very important to find these two very talented actresses who they aren't really actresses, but they're very talented and they did a great job. So.
Yes. Well, well, the surprise is that we do have both actresses here. Thank you for inviting them, and thank the ladies to joining us. We have two leading characters of Teresa and Francisca. Please welcome our two guests. And maybe we can give a chance to both ladies to tell us how was their experience you said they are both non-actors. How did they experience their work with you? I don't know. One of the...
Should I talk like this? I think what Marília said, it is very important in the sense that she was really looking for this kind of characters with a kind of acting and a kind of profile that fitted the work. So this also gave a really strong base of confidence to work, and this also allowed us to work with her in the very like in the same level. There was no hierarchy, like in the sense that she would like lead us or control us or oblige us to do something. It was all the time a kind of very direct and in the same place dialogue to construct all the film. I think because we had a month of preparation before that, we would just go to meet each other, me and Francisca also, because we had to create a kind of a strong improvisation relationship, because all the other actors, we were more like guiding all the other actors and all the persons that enter in the film. So we had also this responsibility to guide all the people because we had done this work before, and through the time we would kind of understand where she wanted to go, because she showed us films to inspire us, like actresses that she'd like, the kind of moods of films, the kind of acting. This was also very important that we understood by seeing also on other films. And then we would talk a lot about the characters. We would talk a lot about the scenes, not in the sense of memorizing phrases or establishing fixed perimeters that we should do, but just trying to understand what is the quality of the scene, how it's the type of body in the scene, what is the type of language. So basically we would talk about a scene, and for instance, okay, now it's a moment where Francisca has to say that she wants to leave from Brazil. She wants to go back again to Portugal. And the scene would say that it's a short scene, but she has to be very direct, and me, I get a bit surprised by it. Yes. So we know this. We know the, like, how can I say, like the skin.
We knew the subject. We knew what kind of subject we had to talk with Marília, and then she let us free, a kind of free movement, free mind, and free. This is the improvisation that we did.
Pode ser mais. Eu decidi voltar para Lisboa.
Estás a falar a sério?
Uhum.
Não sei, como tínhamos estes planos, andávamos à procura de casa e... Não sei, de repente existe uma reviravolta em que faz com que... Não sei, como é que pode ser isto assim de repente?
Não é de repente.
Estamos à procura de casa, Francisca. As duas, estamos à procura de casa, fomos ver apartamentos... Quer dizer... Tipo... É assim, eu acho que podias-me ter dito um bocadinho antes, só assim... Quando pensaste, não sei, partilhar, qualquer coisa. Não é agora, depois de tudo... vou-me embora.
Está bem, mas que sentido é que fazia eu dizer-te quando estava a pensar?
Fazia o sentido que
agora tomei decisão.
Faria o sentido que faria.
Agora tomei decisão e vou.
É só assim. É que não estou a acreditar.
E. Está decidido.
What was very nice this scene when you are two of you at the lake and you talk about
how we want to see the sea and how we want to
feeling
feel
the salt on your
yes.
Is it something you also
could feel for real? Yes,
okay.
Because I lived in Brazil for some months, maybe almost a year, and I missed a lot of things, of course, and this is why I could really feel in the movie some scenes I could feel really missing what I was missing. I really was missing the sea, and but we talked a lot with Marília all the time before and after the scenes.
Okay.
Lisboa já me parece longe.
Entendo essa excitação do início.
Acho que já nem é bem essa excitação do início, na verdade. Porque agora parece que as coisas são maiores. tudo é maior. Que há mais coisas no mundo. Sabes que é muito grande.
Eu tenho muitas saudades de Lisboa. Não tenho saudades de nada de lá.
Do mar.
Tenho saudades do mar desde o início. De mergulhar. E do sal. Estar cheia de sal. Com o corpo cheio de sal. Não tomar banho. Ficar 3 dias com o cabelo assim.
E meter a mão na orelha.
E fazer assim. E sentir
e ser assim super sal.
Sabes?
Uhum. Olha para mim. Vou dar um mergulho. Imagina que é o mar. Fecha os olhos e...
So maybe back to you, Maria. I had a feeling, what I said in the beginning, that this is also a sort of generation film, and I had a feeling you must have had a lot of actually creative pleasure together, also referring to dialogues that are there. So is it so? Is there some generation? What I'm also referring to, the third character for me was actually Belo Horizonte. And it's beautiful to see the scene, the background scene of these young people, parties and everything. Can you tell us more about that? Is it your city?
Bom, é a cidade onde eu vivo há mais de 20 anos. Eu não sou de lá originalmente, eu sou do meio do Brasil.
I wasn't born in the city. I was born in the middle of Brazil, but I've been living there for over 20 years now.
E o que me aconteceu tem um pouco a ver com elas, apesar de ser dentro do Brasil. Eu fui para lá para ficar um período mais curto, para estudar e nunca mais, e continuei muito tempo. Então eu queria, primeiro falar disso, dessas situações que acontecem quase por acaso na vida da gente, né, e que mudam o rumo da vida.
So actually I was kind of in a situation like them because I went there to stay for a short time and then I just stayed and I stayed and it's the situation I wanted to talk about, like sometimes by chance life turns out that way.
E uma outra coisa é que é uma cidade, enfim, é uma cidade enorme, mas muito pouco filmada, não tem nenhum interesse turístico e não tem atrações fáceis. É uma cidade que precisa ser descoberta aos poucos.
And also it's a movie that hasn't been filmed a lot because there's not so many touristic attractions. It's not really a very popular city in that way.
E para mim isso que era o mais interessante, filmar o dia a dia numa cidade muito banal, sem tornar aquilo um cartão postal.
And that was what was interesting for me to film the daily life in a very normal city, not like a postcard place, but just.
Acho que seria muito mais difícil filmar no Rio de Janeiro, filmar em São Paulo, filmar em muitas cidades brasileiras que foram muito filmadas e que já têm uma imagem e que não são próximas de mim.
I think it would be much more difficult to film in a lot of other cities like Rio de Janeiro and other cities which have already been filmed in a lot of other movies and they're not as close to myself.
Enfim, e a última coisa é que nos filmes anteriores eu sempre saí de Belo Horizonte e filmei lugares remotos.
Lugares que?
Remotos, distantes.
Okay. And the other thing is that for my other movies I always left Belo Horizonte to film in faraway places.
Então, dessa vez eu queria filmar o meu entorno, mas
So-
como era próximo demais, sorry.
So this time, actually, I wanted to film my own surroundings, but it was very close to me. So
Então, filmar o que é mais familiar pelos olhos de duas estrangeiras foi a maneira que eu consegui para, enfim, para renovar meu olhar sobre esse lugar também.
So filming the city, which is so familiar to me, through the eyes of strangers, era uma coisa que...
Sim, era a maneira de, enfim, de ter uma distância mínima e de renovar o olhar.
So in that way, I could also renew my own view on the city.
For us Europeans, when we saw it, there is some beautiful South American Latin atmosphere, friendly people, very laid back, many ethnicities. So I think Belo Horizonte is something to still discover, I believe.
Bom, também eu acho que cada diretor que filmasse Belo Horizonte mostraria um filme diferente, não é? Essa é a minha cidade e as pessoas que aparecem no filme em geral são muito próximos, são amigos, ou meus amigos ou delas, então, enfim, foi a nossa vivência em Belo Horizonte.
So I think every director would make a different film if he made a movie about Belo Horizonte. This film, it featured a lot of friends of mine or friends of the actresses.
Nice.
So it's very much about our life in Belo Horizonte.
Before we finish, I would like the last question. I am very curious. Will you stay? Are you already thinking about your next project, fiction?
Nenhuma ideia, no idea.
Okay.
No idea.
I was just wondering if this fiction film, if this genre fascinated you so much that you think you will continue. We don't know.
I'm also fascinated still by documentary. I don't know.
Okay. Good.
I really don't know.
Thank you so much for bringing your film for your world premiere to Hivos Tiger Award competition in Rotterdam. We would like to wish you a good luck. You don't have to wait too long because the results are going to be announced tomorrow night. The jury has seen already all the 8 films. So good luck, thank you so much, and see you in Rotterdam next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.